Good morning, family. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. It's Monday, so you know how we roll at Hope for Today. There's not just hope for today, friend, because of Jesus Christ and what he's done for you. There is hope for the week. All this week is going to be a glorious victory because of who Jesus is and what he's done for you and for me. Get up out your bed. Come on. Come on. Can I get a Listerine witness? Brush your teeth, bend the knee. Thank God for another day. We're going to make it this week. I'm back in 2 Timothy chapter 2. Paul has been encouraging Timothy. And in chapter 2, he uses these metaphors. We talked about this the other day. These metaphors, watch this now, to typify the manner of Christian pursuit we are to have for giving God glory and living for the gospel in our lives. He just said, share in suffering like a good soldier. Don't get entangled in civilian pursuits. These are metaphors. Now, I'm going to drop you in on some nerd fodder. Here it goes. I had a class in my doctoral seminars on the pastoral epistles, and I wrote my research paper on 2 Timothy chapter 2. And the argument I made is that the 6 metaphors of chapter 2, where Paul is saying, work hard like a farmer, compete like an athlete, and all this kind of stuff, my argument is that Paul is actually talking about himself. It sounds like metaphor, but I think Paul is saying, do what I did because I suffered like a soldier and I competed like an athlete. This is how my doctoral thesis went. I said, Paul is rendering simulacrums of his own pursuit of Christ. That's how you talk when you're a doctor, and that's why I ain't no doctor. But anyways, these are metaphors to talk about how you and I are supposed to show up for the gospel. Let's look at the next one, Hope for Today, fam. It happens in verse 5. An athlete is not crowned unless he competes according to the rules. You got a pursuit that you're pursuing. You got a goal that you're trying to achieve. You got a destiny that God has called you to. Well, I want to remind you to follow the rules. To follow the rules. Paul here is talking more than likely about the Isthmian Games. It was kind of like the Olympics of Paul's day. And what would happen is that an athlete couldn't even sign up for the competition in ancient times unless they were willing to undergo 10 months of grueling preparation. The whole idea is that the Greeks and Romans only wanted to watch the best, and they wanted to watch the best performers because those performers were the ones who obeyed the rules. It's tempting when we've got a way to go and we've got a goal to achieve. It's so tempting to take, here's the word, shortcuts. Can I get a witness? Oh, come on, somebody. Why get diet and exercise, Doc? I'll just go, do it the other way. Why go and make the money that way when I can just, do it the other way? And we are always bombarded with the world's way of doing things. But here's the problem. Not only does taking those shortcuts that are against the rules, not only does that break God's heart, what ends up happening, friend, is that you miss out on all the lessons of what it means to do things the hard way, the right way. You see, God is not just in the destination, he's also in the process. And you may be in a process right now where it just feels so tempting just to take a shortcut and not to give it your all. Well, God told me to tell you, he is going to honor those who obey him and follow the rules he has prescribed for the path he has called you to. Hang in there. Obey the rules. Keep the truth. Do what God tells you to do, and God will bless you. I'll close with the story of Rosie Vivas. Rosie Vivas is back in 1984. She's running in the Boston Marathon. Now, what we did know about Rosie is that she had been arrested a few times, a couple of drug busts, a couple of real estate deals gone bad. Now she's in the Boston Marathon, but she never changed her spots. Story goes that she actually wins the Boston Marathon with flying colors, but 9 days later, it is discovered on camera that Rosie, a few miles into the marathon, dipped out of the race, jumped onto the subway, and then jumped back into the race a half mile before the finish. And my point is this: she was disqualified from the prize because she took the shortcut that was against the rules. How many of you know it's better to come in 10th place and be honest than come in first place and be dishonest? God wants to bless you, but the only people he blesses are those who keep his rules. And that's hope for today. I'll see you next time.